is the balance of, hey, you're playing that major scale wrong because you're throwing in a sharp 4.
Which is when we get to jazz, the best note.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
Yeah,
so why not then?
Yeah. Oh, so you're saying why don't, at the moment
Who's to say it's the best note? Okay, let me give you an example. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No.
My brother Reggie, my oldest brother, he's the one that taught me. This is, in my opinion, a Reggie Wooten style. Let's say he's teaching you, a kid or whatever, to play a C major scale. Now you put in a sharp 4, right? You put in an F sharp, which is not in C major.
Right.
Reggie says, wait a minute, that's the cool note. That you're already in the back of the book. He says, remember that note. That's the note Miles Davis would play. Miles is the greatest. You're already playing the greatest note. Don't forget that. But let's put that away for a minute. Let's do it this way. Let's learn this framework before we break out of it. So Reggie, like a kid learning to talk, you celebrate however they say it. Not because it's right or wrong, but because they did it.
Right.
Because they tried it. You put that little kindergarten's painting, that nasty, ugly painting that they dip their hand in paint, you know, it's still on the refrigerator, not because it's beautiful, because the child is beautiful. That's why it's up there.
You're just celebrating it.
You're celebrating the effort,
Right.
not the product.
That's really
But
interesting.
no, it's the right way to do it.
Yeah.
If I could say that, because that's how we all learn to talk. You celebrate the fact that the baby tried, right? They tried to walk and they fell. You don't say, oh, you fell. You say, you tried, you did it.
Right.
We celebrate
Let's
the
try it
effort
again.
until we get the formal education. Now you have to be right. You have to pass the test. And we're going to tell you when you were wrong. So now, let's stick with music again. Now we're playing not because we enjoyed it, which was what brought us to the lessons. Now I'm playing to not be wrong. And most of us never leave that world.
Right.
I never grew up in it. Right? You didn't grow up in it learning to talk, but if I was trying to learn English in a class, I'd have a hard time.
Right.
You learn through freedom and through what I'm going to use a musical term, through jamming with professionals.
Sure.
Your parents didn't stick you with other babies and say you got to talk to them and work your way up. You're a beginner. You never
You're
heard
surrounded
that.
by adults.
Professionals, absolutely. You know, think about it.
absolutely.
We don't call it that
Yeah.
because it's just what we do. For me, music growing up was just what I did. So I have a different outlook on it. I was taught differently by my brothers. It was through jamming, the same way we jam when we learn to talk. We're jamming with pros, never corrected. I learned to play the same way, so I got good really quickly.